Let's go right here. Let's go.
Which one though?
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. Every time I try to go, something keeps telling me that everything's gonna be alright. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. It was meant to be, you were meant for me. It's meant to be.
That was a good way.
Alright, let's do this shit, bro. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Harmon Warhol bringing another episode of the Harmon Warhol Show. And gotta let you know, I have a great guest. I say that all the time, but it means the same. I have a man of many talents, a man of many things. I'm gonna let him explain it to you. But his name is Tack. What it do, bro?
What's up, man? No, I'm more than just one person now, like you said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like what do you mean by that?
Well, for your hair?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Cause I don't want to just...
Go ahead.
Well, I don't ever want to just say that you're just a barber, bro.
I was a barber first.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But because, like, I'm not saying, like, being a barber is degrading or da-da-da. It just doesn't say enough about you, though. You know what I mean? Because when people put you in that box of, oh, you're a barber, you're just this. But I think even if you weren't into the things you were into, if someone's a barber, you have to kind of be into style, into the culture, into the trends, into, like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And not even so much as like, oh, like what's popping, what's new, but you just got to be aware of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You always got to keep your head on the swivel when it comes to style and fashion and stuff like that, especially as the barber, because, I mean, your image, even as a barber, kind of speaks. You know what I mean?
How long have you been a barber? Like how long when you start cutting hair?
So we're gonna get into my age then, okay?
No, you can't. You don't have to talk about your age.
If I tell you how old I've been barbering for, it's gonna say a lot about my age.
I mean, unless you say 30. If you say 30 years, then yeah, people are gonna.
Damn near. Straight to the surface. No, like 20.
Oh, happy late birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Hey man.
Hey yo, you can say anything you want to Tack. You go a little bit into his age.
I don't give a fuck. I don't look it.
Just a little bit. It gets to him just a little bit.
Nah, it's funny to me because people. I can tell people all day long.
Poke the bear.
I can tell people all day long how old I am. They don't believe me, so it don't matter. I don't really care.
Well, you're a good-looking dude, and I don't just say that as a compliment, but you also, would you consider yourself still a model, or once a model, always a model?
Once a model, always a model.
Yeah.
You set a certain standard for yourself after that. So
yeah.
You can't be a model and then
real model too, women.
You be like
real model, just like Drake said.
Published.
Been in Vogue. No. Have you been in Vogue?
Yeah. I wish I had the picture. I'd pull it up.
Yeah.
No, it's actually Vogue Italia, so it's the worldwide Vogue, like the one seen all around the world, not just Vogue.
For sure. How'd you get that, bro?
With my first agent that I had, we were doing a photo shoot, and we were shooting, and we went to this photographer's house, and we were shooting stuff, blah blah blah, and then he literally just took the picture, and then he submitted it, right? Because you have to submit, you submit so many photos and stuff like that. But it, like I said, it's me against the world, and they picked my photo. So
what are you saying by when you say that? You against the world.
Me against the world.
So you're saying that, hey, Tack, I'm a world round. I'm worldly. Like my looks are worldly. Yeah, like, it don't matter if I'm in LA or if I'm in Chattanooga.
I can't lie about it, bro. That's really what happened.
Hey, well, I'm not gonna deny that from you either, bro. I'm not being a hater. I already tell you all the time. That I already know you look good. You're a cool guy. That's why I don't give a fuck.
Respect.
And the thing is too, because I know, I'm sure there's been times where like guys didn't want to hang around you because they're like, man, Tack go take off.
We're in those times. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying like that. Man, this nigga too cute, nigga. You gonna take all the bitches, bro.
Bro, I don't even want your girl.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I do not want your girl. Okay, I do not want your girl.
But isn't that funny though, bro? Because
Yeah.
like people, like I'm not even gonna say names or things or whatever. But there's a couple of times, or there's one time people said it as just a joke or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bring my barber or whatever. Da, da, da. You didn't even show up coming anyway. But they're like, man, nigga, like you gonna bring this?
Bro,
nigga?
those jokes are not jokes.
And I'm like, nigga, like
they're spit as jokes, but they're
but I'm
in
like,
the back of
nigga.
their mind. They're like, damn, I don't want this nigga to come because like, but bro.
The thing is, I'm an asshole because I'm like, I'm using tack. You know what I mean? He can't have them all. He can try, but someone's gonna fall off, and it's gonna be me.
It's fun.
And I'm gonna be right there.
It's fun. I respect it, bro. Like I take nothing. I take nothing from nobody. I'm always willing to help somebody do whatever they need. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, but even going to this, just because girls are so stuck, some girls might even think you're gay just because
all the time.
You know what I mean? Because they're like,
all the time.
well, I'm the baddest bitch here. You ain't trying to holler at me like that, so nigga, you must be sucking dick.
You're not as bad as you think you are.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Your personality shines more than your image. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like they can see you, you can look good or whatever, but once you open your mouth, that's when everything comes out.
Yeah. Would you
we
consider
talk about that? You know
would
what I
you
mean?
consider yourself? I mean, I'm not saying you're dumb or anything, but like, would you consider yourself like an intellectual type of person? Like, are you like someone who like what kind of talk or even banter, I guess, are you into? Because I mean, you're my barber, bro. We talk. You can talk about silly things. You talk deep into music. Sometimes you got some real cool, deep philosophies on your things. But you know, I'm saying when you can talk to a girl though, like what's something that
Bro, I don't change the way I talk for anybody.
Yeah,
so
bro.
Whether it's female, whatever, someone I don't know, because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna leave them with that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he was sweet to me, he was nice to me, but I mean, I'm not really sweet to you, but I'm nice to you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's the same thing. It goes hand in hand. So it's not fake.
bro. I be trying to fuck too, but anyway. No, it's just the way you said
Edit
it.
that out. No. No, for real though. That's real though, man. Like just being honest and shit like that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Shit, you
Are
know?
you? Because like, I mean, I know you. We act. The thing is, you know what I forget all the time? We live together.
We did.
That's so crazy.
And it was the same shit. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all did your thing and I did mine.
Yeah. That was the one thing that was weird. But that was the one thing I realized too, because I'll be like, man, Tack, we didn't really hang out. Like, especially now, I feel like we're closer as people, even though when we lived together, we weren't as close. I always feel it's like weird because even our schedules didn't line up, so it didn't even matter anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
when you grow, you know, you either grow apart or you grow. Your personalities kind of connect a little bit. You know,
Yeah. I always thought you was cool and shit. I don't know. It's just like I feel like the times that I've hung out with you in public, it's either because people already know you, and I'm like, oh damn, I didn't realize like people know my barber. Like that's the thing too.
You know what?
That's the thing too, bro. You're my barber. I don't think that you're anybody else. I don't think you cut anybody else's hair. You live. You're able to pay for your Maserati out there by just me, but just by my money once a month.
Man, nothing wrong about that car, man. That's in L.A.
Oh my bad.
I only brought that.
I'll bleep that out. I'll bleep that.
Edit that.
I'm sorry. I was trying to paint a picture for people, but I just think that shit's so just funny when I hang out with you sometimes because some people already know you. Like you're a popular dude. People, you know, you've been around, and the thing is, I realize it's not just. I mean, obviously you're a model for it, but also you're a barber, so people come through.
But and it's crazy because I don't even go anywhere.
No, I'm saying
for people to know me, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like people know who I am.
But it's really just because of like barber and then like social media and shit, bro. Like that's why I make jokes with the girl stuff. Almost every time I post a picture, I'm getting a haircut from you and shit. There's one girl that always slides like,
haircut's nice, but
yeah, who that nigga? Hey, who that nigga cutting your hair though? And I'm like, bitch, talk about my hairline. Don't talk about this nigga. But I'm gonna take it as like thing. I just always laugh because I'm like, oh damn, this nigga really fine like that.
like, I just, bro. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what to say about that.
Hey, Tack, what's it like? What's it like to be tall and handsome?
Man, it's just so...
It's so hard.
Degrading, man.
I'm not a piece of meat.
No.
Just because I show my knees doesn't mean I'm...
Right.
Knees and some thighs.
The thing is, because I even made a joke to my mom. We were at a winery, right? And there was a wedding going on, right? And it's a white people wedding. And cause I mean, the only reason I said is because like you know, keeps you in mind. Because if you talk about Mexico wedding, you're like, oh, there's a mariachi there for sure. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But when you talk about a white people wedding, you see a particular type of white people because they got some money. We're at a winery. It's a it's gonna be a little expensive, but you see these white dudes, and now like I think I look better than them, right? And I got more swag. Even just from talking to them, I'm like, I bet you I'm a cooler person, but. When this white dude walks through with this tuxedo on, because he's one of the groomsmen and shit, he's got his chest still out, and I'm like, his face, he don't even look that good, he's not even that much of shit, but he's tall and white. And I blend over to my mom, I go, Mom, I'm not jealous, I'm not jealous, I'm not hating, but I'm very curious. What's it like to be tall and white? I just want to know. I just want to know, like, how does it feel? To be, that's why I'm asking you right now in this moment. How does it feel to be put in that, to be viewed as that way?
Tall
and handsome. I would say tall and handsome. Because that is the thing. Because the thing is, I'll tell people this too, as me being I'll just say 5'9". It's just funny to me because I see guys who are taller and I think like we're equal as far as like girls looking at us. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I got to do a lot more to be equal to that taller person. And that just might be a biased opinion. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, now when you add the handsome, you got swag, you know what I mean? You're like, oh shit. So how do you when you look fly, when you look like, how's it like to look like Chris Brown?
That was coming.
How does that feel? But I'm just saying, like, but we talk about it all the time. You know what I mean? Sure. We're just talking about, like, even dudes treat you a particular way. You know what I mean? So, like, how does it feel to be, like, walked around? I feel like such first world problems asking this question.
No, I mean, bro, I honestly, I don't really have a solid answer for that. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't view myself any better, any taller, anything. I mean, obviously, if I'm taller than somebody I know, but that doesn't make me that much of a better person. To me, was what I feel. You know what I mean? So I just, again, it's more or less how that person's feeling. Like I can't judge myself off of everybody else. I'm in my own world. I do my own thing. When I go places, I stay to myself. I usually move maybe with one or two people only. You know what I mean? Like I'm not in big crowds. I don't go to places with large crowds all the time. Like I might go every once in a while, but it's like being tall. I guess I can see. You know what I mean? I get to see some stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't think about stuff like that.
Well, the thing is, like, I get people
would
assume that you think of that stuff because you're so well put together. Like, think about your fashion. Like I know, like. There's some thought, even though if you have a bunch of, like, because even me, like, I just buy a bunch of shit, and then when I get ready for the day, I just throw some shit on, oh, this looks cool, whatever. Even if you do that, even if you had the same approach, yours is different, though, because I can just tell from, like, your jeans, the stuff you wear and things, it's thought out, you know what I'm saying? So I would just think that maybe you would have a thought process of what other people, what they may think.
That's just it's like, again, that goes back to being a model and, always being a model. Like, I literally set myself a standard all the time. Like, I can't just go to the store in sweats and, like, stuff like that real quick. You know what I mean? I can. Like, if it's a liquor store on the corner, I mean, that's a little different. But if I'm going to go run errands and things like that, like, I have to at least have some kind of fashion sense to what I'm doing.
Why is that? Just because you hold yourself to a standard because you used to be a model, or you're still a model? Once a model, always a model?
Well, yeah. I guess you can say that. And I'm just more conscious, I guess. You know what I mean? Because...
But is it for other people?
It's a person. You don't know who you're going to meet.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be for other people,
but it's not for people. It's for the certain person. You know what I mean? And when I say person, I don't mean female or not like that.
No,
I
mean
like business.
Yeah.
Because of the world that I'm in.
Like people look at you like, oh, look how he holds himself, even when he's
like
fucking
a lot of people
going...
don't know that I'm from Stockton. Like, oh, you like they used to think I was from New York because I was in Tim's all the time, New York Cat, the T. You know what I mean?
He just kept listening to Cassidy all day. Like, what the fuck is his problem?
Nah, it was more. More Jay-Z, Mobb Deep. But yeah, no, like real talk. And now, a lot of people think I'm from LA. I do all my business in LA and stuff like that. Like, and people that go to LA, they know. Like, and I tell people this: when you go there, you know if you belong there or if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by that?
Just the energy.
Okay.
Like the pace on how everything moves, the conversations that are held. You know what I mean? Like they don't talk about. There's no small talk. It's straight to the point. And I actually caught myself in that type of energy. I was out here a couple years ago, and in LA, when the conversation starts, they don't say, how are you, you know, anything like that. The conversations don't start that way. It starts off by, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So first and foremost, how is this conversation going to benefit us right now? Before I even start the small talk. Because if you're just here...
Before we start building this relationship.
Right. Because those are the building blocks to get you to where you need to be. That's how I got to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like, it started with modeling. I met somebody, and we connected, and everything's just, you know, it's there now.
Well, just to make anything, my bad for a lull, but just to not transition really, but just to I guess, oh man, I want to say transition for some reason, but we're not transiting to a new thing, but I'm just trying to get it across to other people. So like, again, because I watch podcasts and interviews all the time. So like Lil Yachty and stuff, like, and he brought this up too, and even Drake from a back day, he even brought it up to the big deal too. People don't understand a lot of times too, and I've learned this from business, from like when I was working in advertising and shit in college and shit or whatever. You're building relationships. You know what I mean?
Everything is a relationship.
Drake doesn't. They even like Lil Yachty was saying this. You can't just buy a Drake verse. You can't just be like, hey, I'm getting Drake on it, 500,000, boo, boo, boo. You have to build relationships with people, and that's the same thing that I tell people. That's why like, when you're a big businessman and they have an account to go take people out to restaurants and go to arenas and shit like that. Like my homie, he runs a $1 million account to build for a building. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they have an account just to go take those people out and schmooze them. And they're not doing it in a sleazy way. They're just showing you like, hey, yo, so we can have a relationship. And you know what I mean? And it's comfortable and easier. And that's what people don't understand whether you're making a music video, whether you're doing a podcast, however you're doing that, you're building relationships. You're not just like, hey, yo, what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to be friends. You have to kind of be friends with a lot of these people in order to be able to move through this like territory.
But that's the thing about it is, like I said, when they say, what do you do? That's their start of, where are we going to take this relationship? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because, you know how they say birds of a feather flock together, or the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If there's 3 broke people in a room and you're hanging with them, you're the 4th broke person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they want to know where you're going to stand with the relationship that they're about to start. Mm-hmm. So what do you do is saying, why are you out here? What type of business are you in? How can we work together to build something? You know what I mean? It's not, let's hang out and just fuck around. We'll fuck around after we get money. And that's what that is. And I caught myself doing that. And I kind of...
Doing what? On what?
Just starting conversation off, hey, you know, what do you do? You know what I mean? Instead of, how you doing, you know...
Chit-chat.
The vibe, you know what I mean? And I've caught myself, and I've stopped myself, and... The person that I was speaking to actually brought that to my attention. It was like, you know, it's crazy, and I can tell that you work in LA because of how you started your conversation.
Yeah, how you go about it.
And it might not be for everybody or with everybody, but that's typically how things start. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. And you just being out there, you kind of absorb a lot of the energy and stuff like that.
I work in both. I go back and forth from that. It depends on what mood and things and stuff. Like, because especially it's funny, like doing these podcasts and stuff. So a lot of people already assume or know who I am in that aspect, in that space. And they're like, oh, the podcast. But at the same time, I'm like, a lot of times, bro, I like fucking around. Like, I don't even want to know what you do. I like, it's going to ruin it if I know what you do. And like, let's not be real right now. I'm just having fun. But at the same time, I got to go back and forth because I'm like, how are we going to build? Oh, you do video? Oh, let's talk about video. Let's see are you going to make a music video with me? Or maybe I could bring some talent to you so you could shoot. You know what I'm saying? Because I get that too. Like, I totally understand that. And I'm always in that mode too. But at the same time, there's times where like when I go to Burning Man, like, bro, that's like a sin.
Right.
Like to ask somebody, what the fuck, like, what do you do? Like, bro, we're not
here for that.
We're not here for that. But at the same time, I totally get what you're saying because, like, that's how I am when I go to these shows or these.
But that's Burning Man too, though. Like, you know what I mean, like if you're in LA.
Yeah, that's what
LA
I was going to ask.
entertainment capital of the world.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
So
it makes more sense that way. Yeah.
So I understand the difference. I can correlate the difference.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
What do you like better? Do you like doing the LA type like? Would you like being in LA more or in Stockton more? What is? Yeah.
Well, I like. It's both because they both got their pros and their cons. You know what I mean? LA is fun because you meet people that matter. You know, people that are gonna take your career to the next level. They want to be successful, and then on the other hand, there's a lot of fake people.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fast.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
There's a lot of sinister stuff going on. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But then, being here in Stockton, it's slower.
Yeah, yeah.
I got my family, my friends here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I can just relax.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
a lot of people out here don't know what I do. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like when I'm out here, I can just chill.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
can really just be, who I want to be and, that type of thing. Not saying that I'm not who I want to be out there as well, but it's just a different level of energy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's what I was gonna ask, because that's what I'm saying. Because like, do you feel you need both? Like, because I'm sure there's that.
yes. Yeah, no, it's for sure. Because being here keeps me grounded.
That's what I was gonna
For
say. Because like, I'm sure there had to be a point in your life where like, fuck Stockton, I'm going to LA, or I'm gonna stay out there, and then you're like, well, after a time, I'm sure you're like, I don't know if I really want to be out here every day.
Nah. Like,
I don't, but I had family in LA.
Yeah.
So at a very young age, I established, like, oh, I never want to be out here. Even though it's just young, from how my cousins talk about how life is out there and, like, how just things move. I'm just like, oh, I'm not an LA cat. Like, you know how many people, like, so many people from Stockton in this area, like, oh, we got to get out of here. We got to go to LA out of all places. I'm like, nigga, I'd rather you go to the mountains,
but that's
bro.
because they don't know anything about LA.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bro, I even lived like almost a whole year in LA, and I'm like, bro, this is for me. Don't get me wrong, I loved it.
It's like
for
culture shock.
Huh?
Like culture shock, or is like
Well,
a whole
it was
different-
it was culture shock to just how things are, the process of things. You know what I mean? Because I even had a few of those like LA nights, like, you know what I mean, just walking around the bars, people going to the weird people who do this and do that, and you're like, oh, this is cool, but I'm like, this ain't my vibe, this ain't my scene. Like, I'm too country, I'm too fucking.
It's just different.
It's
Huh?
just
like
different.
a different world.
And I'm not
As soon as
hating
you go
it.
over that hill,
Yeah.
grapevine, like the world changes.
The world changes,
weather,
bro.
everything.
It's a
is-
different way of life. It's
yeah,
a different way
for
they
sure, it
move.
is.
And I'm not hating it. It's just not me. You know what I'm
Like what I
saying?
say, if you go there, you know if this is for you or if it's not.
Yeah, and it's
You know
not
what
for
mean?
me.
You
I could
belong
never
there, you
live there on a day. Even if my family wasn't there, I would love to visit LA. It's cool. But I'm saying as a day-to-day thing of how that mindset is, I'm like, I don't fuck with it just because, like, I love being in. I realized as I grown, bro, I lived in the Midwest. I lived in Florida. You know what I mean? I actually like slow things. Like when I lived in Florida, I'd go to Miami at the beginning, but then after a while, I'm like, fuck Miami, bro. It's too crazy. Like I like Fort Lauderdale. I like where all the old people fucking retired, bro. Chilling,
Yeah,
bro.
'cause then
Like
you can move at your own pace. You know.
yeah, we kicking it, bro. All
You
these
gotta-
girls, you take out these girls, and they're like, oh, let's go to fucking Miami. Let's go to I'm like, nigga, let's go to Fort Lauderdale and go chill with these old white people who retired, bro. Like,
real knowledge.
it's
Like,
real chill.
build
It's
some real
chill,
stuff.
bro.
Yeah.
Beach ain't even as dirty over there. You know what I mean?
Well, there's a lot. A lot of things are different. A lot of places. People don't realize that though.
So what's a crazy? You got any crazy? I'm sure you got crazy LA stories. Where like you're like, can you give me one?
There. No.
I don't really ask you too many of the LA shit. Give me one. Give me one that you could share to YouTube in the world. Do you know about cameras like that?
What do you? I don't. It depends. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying because like there's I didn't realize that until after I bought this camera that cameras have a time limit for video.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have them on like video cameras, regular just camcorder, like a lot of things. It's to
I didn't know that until I didn't know that until like I said after like 6 years ago or whatever. But after looking into it, like it's only like Sony really for like a real
Well,
like.
no, it depends. It depends on what, because they have some really it depends on like the grade of cameras and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because like the cameras that we use for filming and stuff like that, they don't shut off. You know, there's no recording.
I forgot to bring it up to people, and something that we were trying to promote right now is you're going to be on a show, right?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to be a show here on
Yeah.
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess you want to start there, or you want to start on where it
Give me
started?
the LA
or-
story first. I can tell you. That's going to be the harder one to get out of you.
Bro, there's.
I know there's a lot, but I'm just like, give me one. Or maybe give me a whole thing of something.
There's a lot that I can't really say, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like a lot of parties that you go to, like their industry parties and stuff like that, you got to sign NDAs and.
Oh really? You been to one of those like
bro,
that?
You got to sign NDAs. You got to leave your cell phones in a fucking thing. You
bro, so you can't even tell me like the famous person that made you sign the NDA.
I can tell you who makes you do it.
Yeah, who?
Drake makes you do that.
You went to a Drake party?
No, because we didn't. That was one of the things we had to do, and we're like, bro, it's not that serious.
Oh yeah. But I would say, I it's not that serious, but it is when it does get serious. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're doing that as a precautionary. thing.
Yeah. But like, there a lot of the parties like that. You got to sign stuff and do those type of things.
That's so weird, bro.
That's the sinister stuff. You know what I mean? It's like why can't I have my communication device, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going into this, you know what I mean?
That's what's so weird about like that vibe to me. It like, bro, because I'm so not that. Like, you know what I mean? Like once I realized like, now don't get me wrong, those aren't my people, but those are my people. Like, bro, being in the Midwest, it made me realize like, oh, I'm country, bro. Like I don't believe, like, bro, treat, like that Southern comfort, that fucking hospitality type thing that, oh, like, you just do right like you're supposed to. I really believe in that. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, out there, it's just like, yeah, you got to be ready for somebody who's fucked up or who's gonna fuck up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, bro, I can't be around. You know what I mean?
You gotta have a strong mind going into that type of stuff, man. Yeah. It's not, again, it's a whole different world. Like what they want is completely different. You know what I mean? From here in Stockton, Sacramento, Oakland.
What do you want?
I want to be successful.
What's successful?
To me?
Yeah.
Because I believe everybody has their own.
Oh, definitely. My definition of success, I'm sure, is different from yours.
Yeah. I want to be able to live freely and then just be able to help as many people as I can. Do it while I do it. You know what I mean? So when I say live freely, like, we're actually, me and my boy that I'm doing the show with, we're actually, we're working on being, what is the word? I'll get back to that. I want to be able to help people. Successfully, financially, you know what I mean? Whatever, whenever I can, I want to be able to do it without having to think about anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I believe, like, and this is something that's kind of cliche, but we say on the show, success is not about you, it's about what you can do for other people.
Yeah, for sure.
It measures, like, just as far as being human and stuff like that, serve other people. You know what I mean? So,
just being the plug for fucking happiness, bro.
And being a plug, bro, some people don't even want the plug for happiness.
Yeah.
Because I've tried that. And, they want to taste it, but then it leaves a funny taste in their mouth, or, you know what I mean? They just don't follow through. They don't do things.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm sure you put your hand out for a few people who fucking just fucked you. Like, you're not even fucked you, but you're like...
No, yeah, not fucked me. But,
not fucked you, like, oh, they ruined my reputation, but, like, you're like, hey, man, I just wasted a buttload of time on your dumb ass, bro.
I mean, but, that's just me trying to help. You know what I mean? I can't really blame them, though. Like, I may say, well, they did this, and I don't know why, like, it was weird, but, I mean, at the end of the day, they weren't ready.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that you ask for something, I put you on. Like, I connect people with, like...
Especially with your connects that you built over the years.
And my connects are, like, solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, right now, like, you need something, boom, I can make a phone call that can put you in a meeting, a Zoom call, whatever you need to do something. Like, there was a specific person, no names, but I brought them out there. Them, I'm going to say them, because them can be male, female.
Male, female, yeah.
I brought them out there, introduced them to these certain people that I've worked with and stuff like that to ghostwrite for a specific girl that she's not rapping right now, but she was really big at one point in time. Connected with the manager, they got on the phone and everything.
Amber Rose.
No.
My bad. I'm sorry.
She only did like one album. Hey, bro,
before you go in there, did you hear Amber Rose's last baby daddy, not Wiz Khalifa, is dating Cher? You know who I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Is this bro? I'm not even gonna lie. This nigga kind of he's not look like you, but he's similar. He's tall, light skinned nigga with like bleached hair. All
light skinned niggas look alike.
Well, yeah, nigga. I mean, hey. All light skinned niggas look alike. Me and Tack look alike. Just like. Hey, if you get, you want another? You want that other beer, bro? I got one more. You want it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll grab it to you right now. But she's dating that nigga. Cher is dating. She's 70 years old. This nigga's 36 or 34, and she's 70 years old, bro.
Why? I mean, I can understand. Cher, you know, she's got a good mountain of success underneath.
But like,
she's still making money, and you know what I mean.
But like, how do you feel about it? Because to me, I'm like, one, there's a part of me that's like, I don't give a fuck. Who gives a fuck? But at the same time, there's a little part of me where I'm like, Cher, you can have anybody, and you want this nigga. You know what I mean? I guess he's a producer, or he has some weight under his belt. You know, as far as like in the industry.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I thought I didn't know anything about this nigga. You know what I mean? Except that he got Amber Rose pregnant. But Cher, I'm like, Cher, you're Cher. Right. It's like when Madonna's fucking one of these niggas, but Madonna makes more sense because she's more outlandish, so it makes more sense. She's like, she out here making out with Antonio Brown. You're like, I get it, it's Madonna, but Cher, nigga, nigga, Cher.
Bro, there are deals set in these relationships when they get together. You know what I mean?
It's like real like that.
Yeah, all
like it's just for show more.
It's publicity, media, but then that publicity and the way the media pushes stuff, you know what I mean? It'll blow these people up. Like, it'll get them contracts that people don't know about that can sustain an unhealthy, healthy life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of these relationships are in LA.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't date anybody in LA.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care who you are.
Would you be Cher's side piece? Bro, this is, bro, I don't know, bro. Cher, I just want to know. I just want to know what that pussy even looked like, bro.
Arby's? No.
It sounded like a Pusha T record.
That's funny. Nah, I don't even care, though. Like, people date who they want to date at the end of the day. It ain't got nothing to do with me, you know what I mean? Like, if you're happy at the time, whatever, hey, do it. Yeah.
What were we talking about before that? Before the Cher thing? About the connects and shit.
Oh, just putting people they were like the person that I introduced them to. They their head blew up, and then they just right after we got back into town, like the demands and stuff started coming in, and like, oh, I can do this and I need this, like. Bro, like you got the introduction, and you got to hear. They set up they set up the meeting for you, to do this. Yeah. And like, I was gonna back him, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I brought him out here. You
showed it as a dude now.
Yeah. I brought him out there. Like, I brought them out there. Yeah. I'm just speaking. It sounds. I brought him out there. So like you get big headed and stuff like that. It's like, bro, and I respect him because he doesn't know how the industry works.
Yeah. But he got a little taste and just went to the head.
Yeah, like, oh, if I can do this, then I can do it.
Because he's connecting dots before he even got a dot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, again, like, I can't be mad at him. If I didn't know any better, then I would do the same thing. But I know better because
because you already been down that road.
I've been introduced to people earlier in my life to know how things work, and then my agent that got me the Vogue thing, he kind of put me up on game on how things work.
Yeah.
So shout out to him, for doing that.
So that's why I'm trying to tell people through this podcast, like, you're not just a barber, you're not just a model.
I'm a connect.
You're connect. Is that how you feel?
No, don't look at me no connect, because I won't fuck with you.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, because they're using you as a thing.
Yeah. But like, all my people, like I said, and I say this to this day, like, when I'm there and I have it, everybody that's been in my life has done something or has influenced me in some way, shape, or form, whatever. I'm gonna do something for them. Yeah. It don't matter who it is. Like, I got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody got something coming. In a positive way.
What in the music? Well, fuck it. Let me get you this beer real quick, bro. I'm gonna get water too.
Yeah.
We gonna pause for 1 second. It's not gonna be in the edit real quick. I've been thinking about this beer to get you this water real quick. My dad's like, hey, y'all having a good time in there, man.
Hey, man.
You
Got
gotta
to.
understand, like, he heard me do this a bunch of times, you know what I mean? So it's just like, he's just like, oh, damn, you probably having a good, I think we're having a good one so far.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing I wanted to bring up too, is just because like I think it's just astonishing of like all the hats you wear, and I'm not just talking about the hat you're wearing right now, covering up your bleached hair.
It's not bleached.
But what about music? What's your relationship with like in the music or music industry? Would you say?
Yeah, for sure. Well.
Because people always trip about that too. I even tripped out at the beginning. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because you're like, oh, like this is what I do. I be doing it. And I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, besides industry, it started because everybody in my family is in music. Not like professionally, but they all do some, play an instrument or something like that. But I was just around it. So I know the sounds and you can play me a song and I know who it is, the artist, and the year it came out and all the shit. But so fast forwarding to industry stuff, the show that we have, we got our deal with Sony. So that's why I say like I do this stuff, because I mean everybody knows Sony's a music platform. Amongst other things, but they literally funded. Well, they put us in position for this TV show. You know what I mean? So I work alongside like music artists and stuff like that. Well, me and Daniel. That's what we do. That's what we did originally. So I was doing the modeling, and then I met Daniel, and we kind of put our minds together. He would call me, hey man, I want to do this, that, and the third. And I was cool. So he'll call me like, what do you think about this? You think I should do this? Like, man, this artist over here is doing this. Like, da da da. So we kind of know music. Like, we know what's gonna hit, what's not. And like a lot of the songs out on the radio and stuff like that. Like before the artist, like Bad Bunny. Like I knew who Bad Bunny was before he was Bad Bunny. When he was a thug artist versus now he's like
pop
a family
artist.
Pop artist. With the long hair, colors, and all that stuff. Kissing guys and stuff like that. Like he was this.
Is he really gay or is he just doing it?
Bro, I think it's all contractual stuff.
Would you? I mean, I would kiss a guy for that much money. I mean, I'd kiss guys for less money. No money.
I wouldn't. That to each his own. But again, I hold
Burning Man, bro. Burning Man, crazy dog.
I hold certain standards.
I'm sorry, bro.
So I love women.
I love women too, nigga.
No, I'm not saying you don't, but
you trying to call me gay right now, bro?
Burning Man, bro.
Nah, 10% gay. But anyway, bro.
No, what were we saying?
I don't know.
You threw me off.
No, well, I asked you,
Sony and stuff like that.
Relationship with music.
So we have a contract. We have a contract with Sony. So that's the music side. So if you just put your mind to think about it. Oh, okay, so he does love music and stuff like that. So I know, like studios. I know what it's like to be in a studio from 6 a.m. till 6 a.m. 24 hours in the studio, getting music done and getting stuff like that done. I know how all that stuff works. I've been in studios that Rihanna, R. Kelly, Jay-Z, like all these people have been in. Like I know, I've been in those places. I've seen a lot of
situations.
Yeah,
and everything
I've seen
like
a lot
that.
of situations and stuff.
A lot better than this situation that I got going on.
Nah, bro, this has nothing to do with it. Nowadays, though, you can do a whole album just like this.
No, that's what I tell people, because I've been in those studios and shit too, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, like they have some of
glam. That's
what I'm saying, because like I'm like, bro, some of you guys' shit that you do, don't get me wrong, if I had the money I would do it because you can manually adjust certain things, but a lot of this is so computerized with a lot of stuff. Like a lot of times if you have a good program and a good, like, you can run it, like, you know what I mean?
Like people look at these big old boards, they're like, bro, most of the buttons don't even
do shit.
You push one and they all move.
It doesn't do shit. People don't understand, like, you only need to go so far in a studio as far as like a home setup nowadays. This is really not, I'm not gonna say super recent, but I mean within the last 10 years, I think probably 10 years ago, you could start actually doing like shit from your house, and you don't really need a studio. Even people don't even record like in a studio booth anymore. Like they just record in the room.
Because they have stuff, the editing systems. And stuff
Yeah,
like that
bro.
just to do it,
There's no point. Like, you don't have to have all the shit around your room in the room,
Right.
like soundproof. That's more for people outside, so you don't hear it when you're going loud as fuck. You know what I mean?
And again, that was for the echoes, stuff like that. But you can remove all that stuff now.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. As the better editor you are, the less you need. Really, honestly, I look at it.
You just got to be able to hear stuff, and that's that's the
People
sad
underestimate that as an instrument and a talent, because I feel I agree with you wholeheartedly. Is that like, because I have an ear, and people always
You're an
ask.
artist too, though. You do music. So.
Yeah, well, but I'm just saying, like, when people say, like, oh, like, I love your beat selection, or like, I do this, like, you gotta understand, like, that's why I can kind of dance a little bit, is because, like, I just know music enough. Like, I know when the beat's about to drop. I know when this.
We were having this conversation earlier. Like, you heard the song before? Like, no, but the melody is there. Like,
I know
you
what
can catch
words.
on. You can just hear. You know what they're gonna say. You know how everything drops.
Yeah,
so
bro, I know music, bro.
Yeah.
I've been around it. I listen to it every day. I even fucking work
Did you get
on
you
it.
one?
Huh?
Did you get you one?
No, I already drank. I drank 2 of them, bro. I got to drive and shit. I'm about to go get an outfit and shit.
I gotta go cut hair.
Well, I'll drink it with you. You want to drink it together? I don't give a fuck. I just always got to watch myself sometimes, because I'd be like, after these podcasts, I'd be like, oh, well, the day's over. But I'm like, oh, damn, I got a whole ass day. Think I woke up late today. You already know.
Yeah. It's a time change, though. You technically didn't, but it's a time
I
change.
guess, yeah, but I mean, for me, bro, that was the longest I've ever slept in for 11, bro.
Yeah, it was like 11 o'clock.
Bro, 11? I've never really slept until 11 for.
And you were literally asleep, because when I talked to you, you were still.
Bro, I was dead. There was only one time I woke
night.
up. I woke up at like around 8 or something, and for some reason I slept on the floor. Don't even, let's not even talk about it.
Yeah, that's a whole nother.
I don't even know why I was on the floor. I woke up. I'm like, why am I on the floor? I got up and went to my bed. But yeah, what else can we say? Because we're almost at an hour, bro.
We're?
Yeah, look at that right there, 45 minutes. So let's take 5 minutes away. I mean, you know what I mean? Because we were bullshit at the beginning.
So then, the music thing. We got that out of the way.
Well, the music thing is just what I was saying too. Is just like I use that as my instrument or as my musical talent, because I don't play instruments. I've tried and done stuff and everything. The thing is with me is just like people really don't understand, like my ear. Like I can hear something for like 4 seconds and I already know like where is it going, what's the BPM. I can have an idea.
Right.
Like even like the same thing. Like sometimes I can hear an artist and like they're like Lil Yachty. Again, I'm on this Lil Yachty kick for this week or whatever, but. Lil Yachty wasn't even on the new Drake album, but he did the ad-libs for one of the songs, and I literally listened to it for fucking like less than a minute. I'm like, is that Lil Yachty? And next thing you know, it's Lil Yachty. I don't even need to know.
People don't understand, these aren't thugs that are doing this stuff. Like, these are college grads. They go to school for these things.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like 90% of them went to college, did these things, even if they say, oh, I'm from the streets, but you got straight A's, you did all these things. You know what I mean? You went to college. So it's not something that, I just know. Like, you might just know, but you also went to school for it.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, I guess that separates us, because I didn't go to school for it. I don't know if you did. You know?
No, I mean, I didn't go to school for it, but I did take classes in it. So that's how a lot of times too, like, so that's how I got to learn. Like, I took a music law class, and I went to like an opera house. Like for like met opera singers. Like went to real studios, like on our college campus, like real studios. Like and then when I lived in LA for a little while, trying to like see what's up in that area and connect, like going to real studios, like you were talking about, like so I've been acquainted with those things, and like as far as music, like music theory and stuff, like I've taken like the basic classes for some of that, but I never did a whole. It wasn't my degree. I just did advertising, and then I got to use some of those classes as like those to my credits. So I got to choose music. So I was like, that's why I know a little bit about music contracts and stuff, because I took a summer class. You know what I mean? In music law.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm a nerd. I just wanted to know. Like that's why Uncle Luke. People don't understand. Like I hold Uncle Luke ever since that music law class. Uncle Luke is like God to me, because I'm like, he set like a precedent of what rap music and however we create or however you create music today and get away with, thank Uncle Luke. That's why, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely paved the way for a lot of this stuff that's
What's going out now?
yeah.
Yeah. People always trip about like ass shaking songs, and I'm like, my dad at one point, I'm like, yeah, but he actually likes a lot of the new. I don't. I'm like kind of like stuck in my ways, but like I be tripping because I'm like thinking, shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. And I shake that ass, see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, bro, they were doing that back in the fucking 90s, bro. Like early 80s, yeah, late 80s. I'm like, bro, like, and you get mad at fucking. Gucci gang, like, bro,
Yeah. I mean, the concept is similar, but I think it's just oversaturated and watered down now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I just hear a lot of stuff, and I don't know who's who.
Oh yeah, for
Like,
sure.
everybody has turned to a certain sound, and that's it. I mean, it's easy, you know, ride the wave, whatever. That's cool, but then what? You know?
Yeah. Well, to me, I think I like making songs mimicking people and then move on to what's the next thing. So that's why I don't blame certain people, because like Drake will do that. You know what I mean?
You just did it.
Yeah, I didn't want to see. I wasn't going to try to add you into this, because we were talking about it earlier. But the thing is, the reason why I hold Drake so much to that thing, because I know whoever's the next best top thing or whatever, he's gonna do that too. So he's just doing whatever's cool right now.
At the end of the day, you can do that, but you have to have your own style. Because those are the ones that are gonna be, you know, long.
I think Drake's is the run on rap line thing, which I'm not a fan of, but that's his style. Like when it's almost like it sounds like he's talking and rapping at the same time. Yeah, like when niggas be doing this and would say. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like when he just like, it sounds like he's talking, but he's rhyming at the same time. That's Drake's style. Like when you got these deep, long ass bars, you're just like, nigga, how long is this song?
He's just talking, and even talking like that, he still uses the fucking auto tune, and I don't understand it.
Now on this last one, I'm telling you, bro, there's one song where he's like doing old Drake shit, where he's almost like stretching bars out, like adding words that you know that don't really need to be there, like, but he's just being super specific. Right. He said, it's just so funny when people do that. So what's the show about, Paramount Plus, that you got going on?
It's called Who's Daniel James.
Okay.
It's about philanthropy, art, influence.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is we're literally doing everyday things that normal people, I'm normal, but you know, people outside of the television and what we're doing can do. A lot of people don't lend a hand. They don't do anything. They kind of frown upon anything that has to do with them going outside of their comfort zone to do things. Mm-hmm. And we're just doing those things. We're working with celebrities, LAPD, homeless people. We have some veterans. We're in the music studio. You know, we're helping certain individuals just, I guess, grow to the next level. Mm-hmm. As far as the homeless people, we're helping them off the streets versus just feeding them and stuff like that. We're getting their stories, or a specific homeless person, we're getting her story and kind of explaining to the world why homeless people exist. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just see homeless people, they're just bums. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or, they were on drugs. Or, you know, it's always something behind it that somebody has.
No, there's a story that built up
everybody, to them. Nobody just is just homeless.
It's just like, fuck it.
Something is on their lowest and things happen. You know, so we're getting our story out. And we're working with the LAPD. They're kind of showing us specific hot spots that we can, you know, help and do things with. We're building tiny homes.
Oh,
So what those are, it's about the size of this room, maybe a little smaller. It's got 2 beds, AC. And it's on a specific real estate. So there's like 100 tiny homes. It's like a community. So it's gated. It's got a guard, running water, a dog park for the homeless people that have animals. They feed the dogs. They feed the homeless 3 meals a day. They have hot showers, everything, and it's all funded.
Oh, damn.
So we're doing a little bit of that. On the show, he's learning how to DJ.
Okay.
From a DJ. He's well known. Like South Africa, he has a song out right now that, well, back when we shot the show, that went really big. So he's showing Daniel how to DJ and stuff like that. And this main show is about more or less Daniel doing a lot of the stuff. The show is an umbrella show, so. And I don't know, for people that don't know what an umbrella show is, it's a show that sparks other shows. Mm-hmm. So his show and then everybody on the show will have their own show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what's in the works right now?
Yeah,
or,
that's
that's already been happening and it's just,
well, that's what we've been talking about. It's in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jersey Shore. You know,
that's
an umbrella show. A lot of these shows out now are
derivatives of other shows.
Exactly. So and that's what this is.
Okay.
It'll be
showcasing creatives, having their spotlight, and then telling their stories.
Telling their stories and having their own synopsis.
Yeah, for sure.
What they want to do.
That's cool. It's just so crazy to me because you've been talking about this for so long. Yeah,
because we did it the right way versus the shortcut way of.
Yeah, bro. Because I'm not even gonna lie, bro. The first couple of years you bring this up, I'm like, this nigga ain't gonna do no TV show.
But that's normal, bro.
Yeah, because I'm like, at first I'm like, nigga, you going all the way out there to do this shit, and then not after the first clip, but it was after one of these things. I'm like, oh, this is real, and I get it. And it's especially, I think. No, because it was when I first moved out here and shit. But it took a couple of years when you start talking about it and then you tell me some of the things and I'm like, oh, this is actually a real, like the development deal and like all that shit like that. And I'm like, oh, I get it now, like what you're doing.
Because once you pitch something to somebody, not you, but like people in the industry, they see it and they try to dummy you down.
Yeah,
you know? So they say, oh, that's cool. I'll buy it from you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Shut up. No. They try to dummy it down. You know what I mean? So what they do is they'll offer you money. They'll try to buy it from you.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. So like, did people try to buy you out?
They tried to buy us out.
Yeah.
They offered us $2 million.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, we only pitched you a little bit of what the show is about, and you want to buy the idea and everything from us. And remove us from the contract.
That's what I was.
What they do is they'll buy you out and then they'll try to replace you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what's so fucked up because some people don't even understand. Like they'll buy you out just so either it won't get put out, or just so they, like you said, they could just take your idea. Like they're just paying for the idea. They're not even paying for you and what you could bring to the table. They're like, oh no, I see what you're doing here, and I just want to do it myself because if this does blow up, I gave you your $2 million or whatever. Now I get to have all this other shit.
But they won't tell you that. That's all in their mind. But they're like, okay, cool. Well, you like it? We'll buy it. You know, we'll offer you this much. Sign this contract, and you know, most people don't read the full contract. They don't have a lawyer aside, you know, waiting, you know, to look it over with you. So they'll sign a contract, and the fine print at the very end, very last page, or in the middle somewhere, it says, "And we have all rights to the show. We own you and the show,
that, bro.
And you know, just the creative direction and everything. You know, so now the show is no longer about what I was saying. You know, I'm no longer me. Daniel's no longer him. There's Mike's playing Daniel now.
Yeah.
It's a whole shit show.
I don't mind playing Daniel. So they. I just can't.
But that's what they do, and we figured, you know, well, if they want to buy it for $2 million, we know it's worth at least
15.
10 or 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say 10, at least 10.
And now
you gotta think triple or quadruple. No one's gonna give you half.
Especially when the show hasn't even been shot. They only just pitch.
Just going off the idea.
It's literally paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A couple paragraphs of paperwork on what it's about, and they offer that. I'm not gonna say who, but
yeah.
But we've gotten offers back in the day from every network you can probably think of.
Yeah.
You know, and we were like, no, we'll just sit on this. Me and Dad.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, I'm not so much excited. I just want to get it done so we can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, because you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah, it's been about 6 years. 7 years.
6 years.
And that's why that's why I say it's normal for people to say, it ain't coming out.
Yeah,
You know, they don't realize that shit don't happen.
Well,
overnight.
to me, it wasn't so much. Once you started talking about certain things
Mm-hmm.
of like putting it out, then I was like, oh, this is real. You know what I mean? Because at first it was just like, oh, just filming ideas. But then when you're actually telling me like things of why it's not out yet, I was like, oh, those are real things. You know, some people just think that's an excuse, and I'm like, oh no, like I said, I took a music class. I was like,
so you understand.
so I understood, like I already understood, like how, like I'm like, bro, just because you make a show, like there's so many times people create pilots, nigga, you can make a show, get $1 million, and the show never come out. Like people don't even know that.
Yeah, but they don't. Again, that's 90%.
Yeah.
You know,
It was just certain vernacular you had and certain things, and then like when you were talking about going into production and you know going to pitch meetings and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, okay, now I believe it. Like I'm like, okay, it made me even believe it more when you were telling me the long way of going about it or why it's in and out, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But I could tell like you were just like, yeah, like I think you would even want to talk about it sometimes because I know some nigga gonna be like, nigga that.
well, it's one of the things where it's like a broken record. Like you say, you keep repeating yourself. People keep asking questions, you know what I mean? And after a while, they stop believing you. So you figure, like, well, I'm going to tell these people when they're just being nosy at this point.
Did COVID set you guys back at all?
It helped us.
It actually helped you?
It helped us because we were filming in LA and there was no traffic.
Mm.
So we can literally wake up. I mean, mind you, we had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do our, we have pre-production meetings.
Yeah.
And then we have location. We had to go location scout.
Location, yeah, scouting
stuff
location.
like that. And then we'd film, do everything, and then we have a post-production meeting. So we'd wake up at 4, and then we go to sleep around 2 o'clock in the morning. So we get about an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep, get up, do it again.
Damn.
You know? But again, it helped because there was no traffic. Well, there was very minimal traffic.
Yeah, as far as like actually creating and like the production and everything.
Right, so it helped. But we had we let a lot of people go in that
really?
process because it was a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
And
Essential niggas.
We have stories, you know, of people just doing too much. Yeah, so we had to let people go.
Yeah.
But COVID helped. It didn't help. It didn't hurt us at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to do the whole protocol, the testing, and all that up your nose and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was worth it, I guess. You know, we got it done. So.
Hell yeah. So when does it come out? When's the show come
December
out?
31st.
December. I already knew.
New Year's Eve.
I already knew. It was like,
no, I respect it.
but I was just saying, because we're gonna wrap it up. But December 31st comes out Paramount Plus. I'm excited for it. I've been waiting for it for a minute. What else do you want to leave with the people to end this and wrap it up, bro?
If you got a dream, wake up, stop dreaming, and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't forget where you came from, where you come from. Don't forget your goal and what you want to do. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a lot of people out there that's going to tell you different, tell you can't do it, try to steal your idea.
Yeah.
You know, just come up with a reason why it's not possible. And Daniel and I overcame that. You know, just in the industry, just talking to people. We've had people already kind of make a show like it, but it didn't do anything. I mean, it didn't go anywhere, but Daniel sent me the trailers. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
I told this guy about this, and he went out and did this, but yeah, it wasn't a big deal because it's just more fun.
I'm gonna have you answer that off camera. Like, who was it, nigga?
I think I have it still. I'll show it to you.
Yeah. But so go after your dreams. Keep doing it. Don't worry about the bullshit.
Yeah, just never give up. You know what I mean? But you also have to pick your career, not the one that you're chasing, but the one you're in now. That's going to be flexible enough so you can do that.
Yeah. Man, that's true shit.
And that's what I did. Like, I started cutting hair because I can make my own schedule. So if I need to go to LA, I can.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. Yeah.
And I don't have to call the fucking foreman or cover or they call me, oh, you missed too many days.
Yeah.
And that's hard. You know, I give it to those people that do it, like the rappers. You know what I mean? Things of that nature that
definitely.
actually have a job and they still find a way to get in there and do it. I couldn't do it. I was talking to someone the other day. Like, I don't know how you can work this warehouse job, you know what I mean, and
ask to go to the bathroom, or just like little stuff. You know,
Yeah,
take a
yeah,
30-minute lunch. Like, bro, it takes me about 5 minutes to gather my lunch. You know, what I mean?
5
And
minutes,
then
nigga. What are
to
you
sit
talking
down.
about? If I don't bring my own goddamn lunch, bro, I gotta go get lunch, and then I
Yeah.
got less than 15 minutes to fucking eat my
And hope the
food.
line isn't long wherever you're going, right?
Or God forbid that something's fucked up at the restaurants you chose, and like, oh, this is down today, and you're working out, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh, the register is down, or my computer system, or blah blah blah. I'm like, bitch, I just want a cheeseburger. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean?
But yeah, so you know, I give a shout out to all those people that are doing that and still working.
Yeah,
on
you
what they
gotta,
do.
and then the same thing, like, but you've also made those things lucrative, and like some people like will be like, oh, well, I'm doing this, that, or whatever, so I can have that time. But I'm like, hey, it's not lucrative. Like I get it. Like there's people who are like, oh, I'm a starving artist or whatever and shit. But that shit ain't cool, bro.
No.
And I get it. You have to pay your dues. But at the same time, I'm like, nigga, go work a job. Go do something to get you real income.
You gotta build the relationship. I don't care who you are or what you do. Like it's not what you know. It's who you know.
Yeah.
So you can be smart as fuck. You know what I mean? Have all the talent or whatever in the world. But if you don't know the person that's gonna push that envelope to whoever needs to see it, or whatever, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. That's the same thing. Damn, man, I had such a great fucking thing where I lost it. Not who you. It's who you know, not what you know, to elevate it. Fuck, bro, I just lost it, bro. Man, we're done, bro.
I can't get this out. It's over with.
Bro, I can't get it out. I had it right there, bro. Of who you know, it's who you know, not what you know. You could be the smartest nigga, bro. I had the same type of like philosophy that I was gonna spit right now, and I fucking forgot it. God damn, I can't remember it, bro. But I think what I was trying to get at. Boom! This is what it is right here. So that's my biggest thing about what I heard from people. It's not so same thing. Like if you're a genius, you're not a genius just because you know all this mathematical shit to me. Mm-hmm. You're a genius if you're able to make all this mathematical shit to me simple for me to understand. Mm-hmm. That's what to me the symbol of a genius is.
So if you could dummy down some shit that's fucking rocket science to someone that
to translate it to people who are not a genius like you,
right.
That's a genius, and that's the same type of concept that I hold. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a fuck how smart you are. You're gonna have to at least be cool enough or build a relationship with someone to take it to the next level. And the same thing in that aspect. Yeah, like just because you know something or do something, be able to relate to people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's how you're gonna progress.
You know, but you got to use your words respectfully.
Yeah.
You know, you can still tell the truth on what you feel, but you can do it respectfully, and you'll keep that relationship open. Don't burn the bridge.
Yeah. Man. Check out my new song coming out next month.
No, real shit, man.
For sure.
Yeah, so right now, I guess that's it.
That's it, bro.
I've been modeling all the shit, and now I'm into music and then TV, so...
Bro, I'm excited for the show. I hope you don't blow up, really, so you can keep cutting my hair.
I'm being Stockton, you know.
I want you to blow. I want all the success, but you still be cool enough to be like, hey, I'll cut your hair though. That's what I want, be as a selfish being. But I wish you all the best. I'm glad you're my friend, and we hang out. We have great talks, and I'm glad we were able to do it on the show today, bro.
Thank you for having me finally.
Yeah,
we've been working on this for a minute, but we just never. Our schedules was always all over the place. So, no, I respect it and thank you. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Real shit.
And hey, on that note,